Jerkney.
So let me quick after show. Then sports.
Yep.
You're gonna host.
Got it, Lum Lum.
I'm gonna sit at Anna's desk so I can go to the internet.
And Coco will be in mine.
Anna, if you just want to open up Safari for me.
Yeah, no problem, Bubs.
Well, not before you leave, Bubs.
Yeah.
Razor party in Lummy.
They sure fucking are. Yankees aren't. They can catch them. There's still a chance.
I think they can catch him. If not, they're certainly going to be fucking wild card Willie.
Oh, yeah. I feel a lot more confident with them going in. Obviously.
And they're getting Franco and whatchamacallit
Glass
back.
now. That's him.
Who's the pitcher?
Glass now. And then Shane, their number one. He had a good I think he's going to be back too. Their all-star for this year. Their best pitcher. Should be back up. Hall of Fame Heather Wiz.
Heather Wiz.
Good morning, Big Mike and his lummy. Yeah, McClanahan. Cul-de-sac Jones, 51 months.
Live from the Sunbelt Rental Studios, it's the Bubba the Love Spot Show.
I ordered 4 penis pumps for the show.
I need a penis pump.
We were going to do a penis pump review.
Give me the penis pump.
But I can't get a penis pump.
Can't get the penis pump out of my brain. I ordered 4 last month, but they never came. I think they know that Love Sponge is insane. So they delayed that order just to kill my game.
It was gonna be a rib.
This could be ribs or it could be a shoot. It might not work, but if it does, it'd be so cool. I'd be pumping while I'm in my bed. Instead of dreaming, I'd be really big like Dr. Dan. Well, pump me up. It's for the show. Might even get a new code to promo. Well, wake me up because you never know. No, a microdosed or is it Delta 9? Well, pump me up. It's for the show. The next big thing like Sugar
Buddy.
Well, pump me up. It's for the show. Right. I'm penis pumping tonight.
Okay, we're going to penis pump this weekend.
I'll be the penis pump guy.
I'm trying to be a penis pump guy. For some reason, Blitz, you can't buy a penis pump on Amazon. BubbaArmyMerch.com. A bunch of stuff's been restocked. And a large portion of why everybody got an employee bonus, which will be on tonight's paycheck at midnight, was because of merch. Merch did well. The flags, the shirts, the hats, the tumblers, all of that in conjunction with the Merch Crick does it for free, so I don't got to pay a salary. Woo. So thank you to the Merch Crick for, I think you guys will see that on your paycheck today, hopefully.
Awesome.
Pedro, the pool guy, standing by.
Yep.
What's up, Pedro?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Good morning.
Morning.
Hey, so I've been using your technique for a few years on a number of women, and they all have said the same thing. It is a game changer.
On a number of women.
Aren't you married?
Yeah, I thought you were.
Yeah, well, prior to being married, I mean, it was a lot of fun. So we've been married for only 5 years. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, when I was actually getting my divorce, I was exploring the field, trying to figure out who was what and what was what.
All right. So you're saying the tenure of how long have you been familiar with my infamous two-fingered cul-de-sac Jones?
I'd say 07.
All right. And, since '07, probably when you're with a girl and it gets to that point is you certainly try to whip that out as fast as you can because, that can just blow, a girl that's never had that type of situation, it'll blow her mind. And it might even be that, it might even be the determining factor as to whether, you might be like just an average kind of dude, but you got those type of techniques that might make a girl come back for more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's exactly what would happen. And sometimes it turned into a stage 5 clinger just because of your technique.
Right.
So, but yeah, in fact,
that's what happened with this girl named Anna Hummel that was dating a good friend of mine named Chris, and it was real casual until he whipped out the deal, not his equipment, but the 2-finger cul-de-sac Jones, and now she's like,
I'm hooked.
Cling.
I
liked you before, but man, that is like, woo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now she comes mouth agape and dripping.
Yeah, she does. Well, I don't know about all that.
Oh my God.
Mouth agaping and dripping. That wasn't my words. I was trying to be respectful to my fellow coworker.
Inappropriate.
Oh.
So what do you got for us, Pedro, other than you've used this on a bunch of women, and probably the common denominator is these women are like, oh, my God. Please, where'd you come from?
Yeah, and exactly. And, when it would definitely be a game changer. So it was a lot of fun.
Now, what about your wife? Now, your wife, a very experienced flight attendant prior to meeting you. We've actually had your wife on the air, and she's talked about, when she was not with you and single, she was really quite fun on the road with various captains and
right.
and even some passengers. She would slip her number 2 and things like that. Has she probably a very experienced flight attendant in that? Did she ever have that administered to her prior to meeting Pedro the pool guy?
She'd never had the 2-finger cul-de-sac, and she had never squirted.
Right, and so you brought both of those parties to the game, and now you can't get rid of her. That's
right. So.
Yeah.
It's been a great addition, and unfortunately, that's how we have a 3-year-old.
Well, no, hold on.
Actually, it's not.
Yeah, let's just.
I'm kidding.
Don't blame me. Don't blame my infamous technique on getting a woman pregnant, because if you were just to do my technique, there's not a chance of pregnancy, my friend.
Mm-mm.
I kid.
In fact, my technique can be so that you don't have to get a girl pregnant. You can give her 4, 5, 8, 15 orgasms. And never really have to, enter her. Not that that's any fun. There's no. You gotta do that. But
so,
I could never. Be
anyway,
with
that's
a
all I
woman,
got. I'm driving a Sebring.
Not enter.
So,
what's the point, right?
Yeah, what's the point?
Yeah. All right, Sebring for your new job, and have you talked to your wife about, Operation Sneak into the Back Shed during BARP deal?
Yeah, and she'll be wearing her San Diego shirt for that.
Well, that's great, but probably she shouldn't be wearing any panties and just a short little skirt that we could slide to the side there, in the portalette.
Yeah, well,
Right. Blitz, I don't know. It's not gonna be a lot of places to hide. Portalette might be one of them.
Should I get the handicap portalette then, Bubba? A little bigger?
Get a handicap portalette, and let me, if I need you to guard it for a while.
Yeah.
To keep people off of it.
All right,
I might have the flight attendant in there.
It'll be a fun night.
Yeah. All right, my man.
So.
Appreciate it.
All right, guys. See you.
Thank you. So California, which is outlawing the sales of gasoline vehicles in 10 years.
2035.
12 years. 13 years.
Mm-hmm.
So they're saying.
Moving in that direction.
Yeah. Well, so they're really, in California, on the leading edge of electric, vehicles and things like that.
So I'm super against this. I think it's horrible. And in 12 to 13 years, electric cars are going to be about the only thing out anyway. So
really,
yeah.
Is that why I should hang on to? What's racing going to be like?
Aren't they doing electric now?
Yeah, but
there's going to be gas cars for a long time, but in 15 years, first sale, it's going to be probably almost all electric.
Now, does that make a gas car even worth more? So let's say you have you already got a '63 split window coupe Corvette that's worth $150,000. Does that make that thing even more worth? Worth more because now we're not even making combustible engines? Like on collectors' cars and things like that.
Probably.
Yeah, I would say. And like, will bulldozers and excavators and all of that eventually be electric?
Eventually, yes.
Sounds like we need to be like Warren Buffett and get ahead of the curve and start investing in some of these energy companies.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Because, energy companies are the only place that you're going to be able to fuel all this electric stuff.
Well, if you consider like a solar panel manufacturing and energy place, then yeah.
Okay, now let's take it to the next phase, and that is, okay, as we graduate our vehicles from trucks to semis to lawnmowers to all this stuff that runs on gasoline motors are now electric motors. The only way you can charge those is to plug them into some electrical source, right?
Yeah.
Now, that's the first phase. Now, the second phase, do they try to incorporate the second phase as the first phase, and that is solar energy? Will there be another phase of this where as we phase out the vehicles that we drive, we then also start making every house, every business,
I don't know if
everything.
you've driven around lately, but like there's a ton of houses now that have solar, even around here.
Well, I know a friend of mine in South Carolina, and it costs they did
My dad's girlfriend pays $5 a year.
But it's the upstart costs.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I heard.
To install.
I have a friend, Blitz, him and his wife, and they completely transformed their house and little pole barn out back into like a house the size of Tara's.
Okay.
With a little pole barn, maybe a little bit, about maybe 3 sizes, like the size of our shed out back times 3. Like maybe you could park like a 2-car,
okay,
like a 2-car pole barn.
Gotcha.
And they converted it all to electric, and it was like $80,000.
Oh well, then they must have got like batteries and inverters and all that.
Oh, they did.
Okay, they're off grid basically.
Yeah, and they sell their energy back to
net metering.
If we're like $108 a month or something like that.
Okay.
So, but so let's say that it's $80,000 all in.
Well,
you got to go.
$80,000 is definitely on the top end of the scale.
All right, let's just say this, Blitz.
I think I got quoted on the house up in Lutz. It was like 22,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that would power the whole house?
Yeah, it'll power the house.
It'll power the house as long as the sun's out.
Correct.
Hello. Hello.
Bubba.
Yeah.
Bubba. Hey, it's Dave.
Hi, Dave.
I just totally disagree with Blitz because you got to take a look at what happened.
Whoa, easy. Just be careful with that statement there, buddy.
Oh, go ahead. About what?
Well, about the in 15 years or whatever, there'll be EVs like all over the place. Because you take a look at what happened in Florida in 2017. We got hit by a Cat 3. 12 million people throughout the state was out of power for like 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay.
Now, what's an EV going to do in that scenario? Because we got generators at our gas pumps, so people can get gas rather easily. What's an EV going to do?
Solar generator.
You can't have a lot of people can't have that because they live in apartment complexes or condos, which they're. How are you going to do that if you live on a 10-story building?
Well, I think eventually,
so I get what you're saying, but you can't live your entire life because there might be a storm that comes through that makes you not have power for a week.
Well, it's happened in Florida. I've lived here for 22 years, and it's happened in Florida at least 5 times that I know of.
But hold on, buddy. So 22 years, 5 times. That's like once every 4.5 years.
Yeah, for what, a week max?
It's just, and listen, man, that's no matter where you live. You lose, sometimes you lose power, whether it's a big snowstorm or it's a big, whatever.
But what I'm going forward, there will be a lot more EVs. There's no question. Eventually there will be no gas cars. There's no question. The question's when. More people will have solar or some sort of solar on their house. It's going to happen.
How much would it be, Blitz? And we have a really badass roof here. How much would it be, you think, for this building to switch over to solar? 50 grand?
There's two ways of doing it. Like,
thank you, sir.
You can either grid tie it, which means as long as the sun's out, you're using solar panel, and then when it's cloudy or at night, you use power from the power company.
All right.
That's a lot cheaper. That's what Lummy was probably talking about. That's the normal house you're paying 20 to 30 grand.
Yeah,
and
you
then,
pull off at night.
Yep. And then there are the whole inverters with batteries and all that stuff, which is like I guess you could call it the better way of doing it. But
that's because, and then that means at night your building or your house runs on the power that it's stored,
correct,
and collected during
that's
the
also
day.
a lot more money to do. That's
right.
That's the 50 to 100 grand for a house. So
what do you buy?
This
with this
building?
building, you think it would be like maybe 25,000 if we were grid assist, and
yeah, and it'll
and 50 if we were all in Willie.
No, all in with like batteries and stuff.
Yeah.
This building, you're probably like 150 maybe.
Woo.
But it's actually less for a regular house.
Yeah, so commercial buildings are a little bit more.
Yeah, but
but the power bill here is like $1,500 a month.
So, but a lot of commercial buildings, solar makes sense because they're using most of their power, most of the AC, most of all that stuff during the daytime.
Right.
A lot of businesses at night aren't using a whole lot of power.
So I wonder if we were just like, grid assist, what it would be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't know. You can also spend less and it'll make your power bill go down. And you know how some billing is like tiered billing where your first 1,000 kilowatts is X and then it goes up more from there.
Right.
So you can buy you could spend, 2, 3, 4, 5 grand and it'll cut down those
bill.
Overages.
Right.
It depends on what you want to do.
I guess you could probably have one of those solar companies come out here and give you an estimate, right?
Yeah. And I'm not pro solar, but eventually things are going to go that way because there's a lot of downsides.
But will it get cheaper?
Yeah.
Hello.
It'll get more efficient. It'll get cheaper. And they have, in the past, 5 or 6 years, the panels have gotten a lot better.
Hello.
Hey, good morning, Bubba.
Is the panels heavy, Blitz, so they cave the roof in?
They're heavy, but they're not that heavy.
Are they all toxic?
Yes.
After 10 years?
Yeah.
20.
Toxic?
Yeah, the materials.
Yeah, because you got to replace them after 20 to 30 years.
Oh, yeah. I'll be dead. Hello.
Hey, good morning, Bubba.
Good morning, buddy.
Hey, are you still friends with Tony Stewart?
Yeah, of course. I just talked to Tony on Sunday.
Alrighty. I have a curious question. Back in June, a friend told me to go up to a little dive bar, Huffers, up at Indian Shores, and on Gulf Boulevard. I'm just sitting there drinking beer. Some dude starts asking me about dirt track, NASCAR, all this stuff. Comes over, takes a picture with me, drinking beer, and I could tell he's had a few. And after he leaves, the guy sitting next to me says, "Man, that was Tony Stewart." I'm like,
when?
The week right before Father's Day, on a Tuesday afternoon at 4:00, he was there with a 20-something guy and girl. That was kind of driving him around.
Not him.
Yeah, I really doubt that was
not him. I know when he's in town, and not him.
Okay, no problem.
And Tony Stewart's not gonna come up to a guy and start asking you about dirt racing or NASCAR. Right. He's just not.
Right.
Tony Stewart would be more like, "Hey man, where's the good fishing around here?"
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, no worries. I just
Tony would talk about something other than racing.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
All right, bro. Then he's got a super twin that's running around. I don't know.
Good.
Anyway.
Good for him. Hopefully he's getting some Tony Stewart, fake Tony Stewart ass.
Yeah. All right. Have a great day.
Right. Here's the story out of California. They're like, hey, you can't buy vehicles here in about 12 years. We want you to have all plug-in electric car Willys, but we're having a drought, and it's really straining the grid deal, so we don't even want you plugging in your cars right now.
Yeah, Gavin Newsom had a
they
message
can be
last night.
for crews trying to bring California's Fairview fire under control. The air is bone dry. The winds are strong enough to carry burning embers. And the temperatures have been well above 100
now,
degrees.
Now, is this one of the worst droughts that California has had in a while?
Yeah, I mean, they say that every
I was gonna
year,
say
pretty
every year it
much.
seems
Every year we got wildfires.
And my dad says the same thing every year. Oh, it's the worst ever. Cause well, he doesn't talk like that.
It's kind of
but,
like hurricane season here. It's always going to be the worst.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Since it
Except
was
for this year,
spotted
there's no
Monday
hurricanes.
afternoon southeast of Los Angeles, the fire has killed 2 people and forced thousands more to evacuate. CBS News correspondent Carter Evans joins us from Hemet, California.
Little connection mishap.
Carter, what's the latest?
It just their connection isn't great, so they're
Tell you
talking
what's going
to each
on
other.
right now. Yeah, I want to show you what's going on right now. In just the last couple of minutes, this is kind of a rough turn for us here. We weren't prepared for it, but this fire
That literally looks like Blitz just set that about 5
Because
minutes
the
ago.
cameraman did, yeah.
just took off. There are homes right around here.
I see none.
There was a fire truck
They
here
burned
just
down.
a few minutes ago. They were putting out hot spots, and they left. I expect that they'll be back any time now, but this fire right here is growing. We're going to keep an eye on it while we're talking to you, but in the meantime, I feel that we're pretty safe. Let's pan the camera back over here.
I mean, literally, it looks like one fire truck could roll up in there and splash that out in about 5 minutes.
I mean, it's just one little part of it.
I know, but when they show massive wildfires, we want these big, huge,
I mean, I can show you what's going on behind me.
Nothing but a bunch of rocks.
So there was a home right here about this time yesterday, and
it did get burned down. Okay.
Yes.
I talked to the family that lived in this home, and they told me the flames took off so fast they barely had time to escape. Well, now we're hearing.
Now, I've always often wondered if you sat outside, and most houses have at least a front and a back spigot, right? I mean, most places, most regular homes has a front and a back, outside water spigot. And you put old girl out front and the guy out back, and you're just spraying your house down nonstop.
I think it's better than nothing, but you have 2 issues. One, if you're using like city water, sometimes the water stops working.
Yeah, they turned it off for the firefighters.
Yeah, and then 2, it's not going to really do that much.
that some electrical equipment could have played a role in the cause of this fire. There is no official cause yet, but that is one possibility. We did see inspectors just about a half hour ago looking at those 2 utility poles. They put a bunch of pink tape around it to highlight the area right now for further inspection. So they'll be back here to check that out a little bit later. And in the meantime,
This is such a non-story, clickbait story.
They're just trying to make it a big, huge thing.
I expect this firefight will continue well into the evening.
This firefight. Meanwhile, they don't have any fire trucks. There's no firefighters.
Well,
That firefight has to take place in the middle of a heat wave. How do firefighters deal with that?
That's
with
the
those
bigger
temperatures?
story.
You know, it's tough. Earlier today where we were, it was 105 degrees. So they're carrying all this gear, sometimes up to...
Blitz, does that stuff, to me, it looks like that stuff is like, throwing a deck chair off a Titanic, that little bit of poof of stuff that they lay down on a fire. Does it really work?
You're right, but it also does work, kind of.
45 pounds of gear, and they've got to have that on them at all times. They're a lot closer to the fire than we are, so they're, of course, dealing with that radiating heat.
I think fires in California are comparable to the hurricane, huge, hurricane overkill that we have in Florida.
Yeah, they're more frequent, though.
Well, but a lot of water breaks for these firefighters and a lot of rest in between. Can't keep them on the fire line quite as long because it's so hot.
And the heat is stretching the state's power system. Is there any talk of rolling brownouts and blackouts, which would be another result of this heat that's causing and contributing to these fires?
One softball after another, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the time of day when that is the biggest concern right now for these power outages. And the reason for that is the sun starts going...
Now, isn't there a lot of places in Anna, like in L.A. and maybe northern California, that don't even have air conditioning because it doesn't...
My dad doesn't.
It doesn't really get
I found that out yesterday.
Right, like it doesn't really get that hot.
Yeah.
Like, at night, it gets down to 58.
Yeah, it's so funny that you say that because my dad is actually staying at his girlfriend's house because he doesn't have AC. And I'm like, what do you mean you don't have AC? He's like, I got some fans. He's like, you don't need it.
Yeah, like for the most part, you don't need it.
Yeah, maybe like 2 nights a year. But he said, this is crazy.
Remember the time that when we all had a little get together at Tom Bean's
Yes.
condo, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that was, I think it was I literally think it was, 85, 88, 87, and, outside. And when I got there, it's the top floor, obviously, facing the Gulf. I opened up all the windows, and I'm Johnny AC guy. Like I'm Johnny, And at night, I didn't have the AC on
Just
most
the
of
windows
the day.
open?
Just the windows open, and with the ceiling fans on, so I could see in California if you lived like on the water, and it's even cooler than it is here.
Oh yeah.
Going down, and
It's
that's
not
when
humid
solar
either.
production starts to decline.
California is way north of Tampa.
Yeah.
Like I think Tampa is I think we're even more south of San Diego. Are we not?
Yeah, we're toward.
Oh, yeah.
We're like at Mexico.
Line as well.
It's way more
So they're trying
tropical.
to bring other sources of power into
California's a desert.
That's a fire.
Yeah.
That's a fire. That's what they should have opened up with right there.
the mix, but it's still so hot right now where I am. It's more than 100
Now, see, that's the footage they need to show right there. That's concerning.
degrees. So everybody's cranking their AC right now, and that is a big power demand on the grid. And guys,
Wouldn't one say that maybe California's grid is not quite up to par?
Well, that's kind of what started the campfire back. What was it, 6 years ago, 5 years ago?
Oh, the big one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Was the bad power grids?
Yes, it was.
believe this helicopter is flying right over this fire. You don't think it's going to make that drop? All right. Let's pan back over to this fire. I want to show you how this is spread in the last couple of seconds. This is all kind of developing as we're talking to you right now.
Now, hold on.
That's developing.
No, hold on. That's clearly at night. Clearly.
Well, he doesn't know what's going on, Bob. It's just happening now.
It's clearly at night, and then he goes back to him live, but it's during the day, so you cannot act like this is happening.
Well, I don't think he is.
Back over to this
Oh,
fire.
he's
I want to
showing
show you how
footage
this
of
is
the
spread
fire.
in the last couple of seconds. This is all kind of developing as we're talking to you right now. I still have not seen any firefighters come here, and this fire is spreading through the vegetation along the side of the road here pretty rapidly.
Man, me and Blitz with 2 hoses could put that out,
I'll get a
please.
fire extinguisher.
They have certainly seen it from the air. So
I could piss on that and it would come out.
Yeah.
I'd expect that we'd have some
Blitz, everybody with wieners, go over there and pee on this thing.
sort of resources here in the next few minutes. In the meantime, though, this fire is spreading, but fortunately, the wind is calm right now, so it's not spreading nearly as fast as it could and as it was yesterday.
This guy's Johnny Time Filler.
Of course.
Ridiculous.
Well, Gavin Newsom, the governor, he came out yesterday.
Isn't it Gavin Newsom?
Gavin Newsom?
I don't think it's Galvin.
Gavin.
You said Gavin.
You said, no, I think you said Galvin.
Yeah, he probably said Galvin, you stupid idiot.
Yeah, Lummy, you said Galvin.
Oh, sorry.
Simply
Yeah,
unprecedented
sorry.
temperatures. In fact, the western states are experiencing simply unprecedented temperatures. In fact, this heat wave is on track to be both the hottest and the longest on record for the state and many parts of the West.
Shut up,
for the
demon.
month of September.
I hate this guy.
Californians, you've stepped up to help in a big way to keep the lights on so far. But we're heading to the worst part of this heat wave, and the risk for outages is real.
By the way, Blitz, I like this Celsius heat. Thank you.
It's good, isn't it?
And it's
Yes.
You like it better than creamsicle?
immediate.
I liked them both.
Okay.
These triple-digit temperatures throughout much of our state are leading, not surprisingly, to record demand on the energy grid. Everyone has to do their part to help step up for just a few more days. Individuals, the state, industries, business, all doing their part to help reduce strain.
Close schools. Now, can you imagine how much energy schools take?
Oh, yeah.
Close schools for a couple weeks. So they're not running the AC. Blitz, you could go ahead and knock the schools all up to like 79, 80, something like that, which is a, huge, the amount of energy it takes to take the kids to school, buses, cars, what have you.
Yeah, but California's energy, it doesn't like sit there, does it, Blitz? Like it
What do you
doesn't
mean?
charge. Like if they don't use it for a couple weeks, it doesn't just it?
What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
what do you mean doesn't sit there?
Like isn't it like they were only 0% off the grid? I think at one point, like they never have been off the grid.
I don't even know who you're talking
I'm
to in
trying-
your head.
yeah.
We don't even
No,
know.
like, with the solar
Let me,
energy,
we
like,
have to
Blitz-
understand. We
Is
don't.
your
We're not.
translator here?
Yeah.
Well, let's say with with the solar, like at night too, like with the wind power and everything. If you just don't use it, it doesn't just stay there, does it? Blitz.
Again, I don't think we know what you're talking
So
about.
after 2 weeks, if you
you're
have no
absolutely
AC,
right.
if you have no AC on and no nothing and no one's working, and then you start it all back up and everyone cranks it out, is it going to be there to charge everything?
Well, yeah, no, they don't have like giant batteries.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no.
So there's no point to turn it off.
Well, it is
Correct?
because if everybody turns it on at once, then the grid can't handle it.
And it'll just black
And
out.
it'll just black out and blow fuses and things like that.
Yeah.
So, if everybody was to use their AC and have everything cranking, the grid's not made for one, temperatures this high and the amount of demand that's on the grid. So the grid fails, Lummy. The grid doesn't have batteries that store.
But that's what I'm saying. So it's not storage. So what's the point of the school? Because once the school goes, then it's still the same problem.
Because if the school is not drawing energy from the grid, then it's not stressing out the grid as badly.
Right.
Okay.
I think
he actually by grid, Lummy, like they actually mean the wires and stuff themselves.
The power companies.
The wires can only carry so much electricity per wire.
Right.
So if you've got one wire, let's say very generically, that'll supply 10 homes on a normal day, and you've got 15 homes connected to it, all with the AC cranking, then that wire could fail.
Yeah. Okay, I understand. I thought you meant the power.
Versus if you can rotate, like you keep the AC on from these hours, and then you keep the AC on. That, so it keeps the wires intact.
I'm telling you, man, shutting the schools down for 2 weeks would be.
Yeah, that's just what they need. Stay home, kids.
Why not? They've had the kids stay home for 2 years. What's another week?
Yeah, but what about
fall
this
break,
though?
Fall break early.
If everybody stays home and then they use the AC at home, wouldn't that be worse than if it's just one school? Or
no,
you know what I'm
because
saying?
I think that not cranking the ACs at schools and large businesses is probably, a relief of the grid system.
So they stay home, then the parents have to stay home. I mean, it creates a whole host of other issues.
I know, but if you got everybody at one house compared to mom at one business, dad at one business, and the kids at another school, you've concentrated your power to one home.
I'm wondering if, like, a lot of the schools in Southern California don't have solar power.
They should.
I would think
Morning
they
hours,
would.
particularly tomorrow and the next day or so. Pre-cool your home. Run your air conditioning earlier in the day when more power is available. And we encourage you to close your windows and blinds to keep your home cool as well.
All stuff that us Floridians know what
And
to do.
today
Think
and
this guy's
tomorrow
shutting his
afternoon
power off?
after 4 p.m.
I don't
in
think
particular,
so.
4 p.m. Please turn your thermostat up to 78 degrees or higher
That's too hot.
and avoid to the extent possible using any really large appliances. You can visit flexalert.org to learn more about what you can do.
Yeah. Or you can just close down. Hey, how about that $100 billion surplus you got? Let's go ahead and build some more power grids.
Yeah.
Or give some incentive checks to people, that can keep their power bill low.
No more incentive checks.
Yeah, it's true. I'm running late. I'll be back in a minute. Hold on.
The Bubba Radio Network will return after this.
The Bubba Radio Network will return after this. Wow.
Gavin Newsom never turned his AC below 78.
Yeah, fucking right.
Good morning, underscore 11, 38 months.
What do you want me on today?
I got here. Yeah, I do.
Oh, what you got? What you got?
Some white trashed up.
Oh, Zika, oh no. Oh, no.
White
you can't
trashed
say it.
up.
Never mind, sorry.
Hamburger helper.
Okay.
Thank you, buddy.
Help at the hamburger.
Probably 3 minutes on that. What do you think?
Okay, I'll have it for next break. You want me to do it right now?
We'll just bring it right now, and then I'll hit a song.
Okay.
And then you'll scarf it down. It's gonna be hot.
There I am, 678. Good morning.
Good morning, friends. Callie is screwed. Glad I'm not there. In more ways than one. It sucks because it's such a nice place. So many nice places in California.
Trick me, 25 on the Venmo.
Thank you, Trick Me.
But unfortunately, no. California's done so.
Morning, Trick Me. Good morning, Dr. Dan's Women Iron Maker.
The latest vaccines from Moderna and Pfizer are expected to be available at pharmacies and clinics around the country starting as early as today.
Yeah, let's get shot the fuck up with some shit. Shoot it up, shoot it up.
12 Trump term.
Get rid of the leftists in California and it'll be a great place for them. How you gonna do that?
Hillary Clinton is on a new case.
She's done.
She's
done. She's like, when they deleted my emails, that was different. They didn't need to do an investigation on that.
She bleached them. Wayne 51 to sign.
I wish I could know all the secrets that woman holds. I could crack her little noggin open and just get all those secrets, pick them up off the floor. If I could tap into anyone's brain, it would be hers.
Who?
Hillary Clinton. That bitch has so many fucking skeletons in her fucking pantsuit ridden closet.
I bet you're gonna be watching her fucking
Gutsy?
Yeah.
I'd probably watch an episode just to see
Yeah.
how fucking stupid it is.
You're gonna watch her Nora O'Donnell one.
Yeah. I'm gonna diddle my bean as I watch
like
it.
Nora O'Donnell, you're so
I'm gonna
great.
cold Sack Jones myself as I watch Hillary Clinton and Nora O'Donnell.
Don't forget the daughter that doesn't say a word.
Chelsea, fucking, she's just basically just a porcelain doll. Does she have any thoughts of her own? Probably not. Her parents are demons from hell. I probably wouldn't turn out well either.
Well, she had a TV show a couple years
Chelsea?
ago.
Just Chelsea? What was it
think
called?
it-
Just Chelsea?
I think it got canceled after like 2 episodes.
Yeah, because they're like, we want your fucking beastly mother.
Blitz, I got that email.
Okay, good.
So I can send this to Marie as round 1, right?
Yes.
I know Hillary keeps hot sauce in her
Honestly,
bag,
hot
so that's
sauce bag.
good.
This is hamburger helper fucking made by your posa.
Oh, did you make it?
Velveeta.
Oh, yeah.
Potatoes. hot
Nutritious
dogs,
and delicious. Say it, cousin.
Sausage links. Velveeta.
Whole food diet right there.
What?
It's whole food diet. You're eating whole, unprocessed food. It's good.
It's all processed.
Yeah, I know.
It's all bad.
I know.
It's all gonna kill me.
It's okay. At least you went to the gym today. Oh, wait.
Good morning, Bubba, Bob.
Is Velveeta synonymous with just nacho cheese, or is it something different?
What do you think?
Is it just nacho cheese, or is it something different?
I think they put like a little extra in it, but because I mean nacho, you mean like there's different nacho cheese. Though.
Well, the ones that like.
Yes, then it's pretty much the same.
Okay. I don't eat that stuff.
Good morning,
'cause it's
Jimmy.
nasty.
Before you mean like glue?
Hmm?
Like it's like glue.
Yeah. It's like fucking thick gels.
Oh.
Thick cheese gels. Bubba loves it. Say it, cuzzo.
Sweet love me, I'm sure she is.
Morning, JBJ4. Acorn squash day. I do love me some acorn squash. Holy shit.
Like real acorn?
It's just called an acorn squash.
Live from the Sunbelt Rental Studios, it's the Bubba Show.
Almonds, almond milk, rice cakes, peanut butter.
You know we're in the visual business, right?
Maybe people like watching people eat.
Chowing down, she's gotta stuff her face at her workspace. She whips the Cheez-Its out. You chew so loud, I'm going deaf. Why don't you take a breath and give those teeth a break? Hey, she's a hungry bitch and she eats her snacks while live on Twitch. She's mean, cause she fasted all night. Chipping like a horse, she needs something to bite on. Hey, she's a hungry bitch, and she eats her snacks while live on Twitch. She's mean, cause she fasted all night, jibbing like a horse, she needs something to bite on. When your camera's on, there's food in the frame. Your hunger can't be tamed until your belly's full. She eats a lot, but she stays in shape, cause she lifts weights and poops 4 times a day. Hey, she's a hungry bitch, and she eats her snacks while live on Twitch. She's mean, cause she fasted all night, jibbing like a horse, she needs something to bite on. Something to bite on. She's crazy and she's got the munchies.
Be a little bit more girly and a little less. Man, the cops coming up here and seeing me and you in the parking lot smoking a wood.
Never actually crossed the line and did something that was,
No, and that's the thing. I what do you consider? I mean, I might have crossed the line. No, I don't. I could consider crossing the line. You and I could have as much beef as we want. I don't. We never.
At the Red House.
Man, but radio #1. Listen to it. If you don't, you better take your ass somewhere else.
In this case, you said your office deemed it a crime, but in fact, the jury determined that it wasn't a crime, correct?
Well, we can get very philosophical if you choose to. The jury verdict says not guilty.
Yes, sir.
It doesn't say innocent.
The Bubba Loves Lunch Show finds adult African American men with adult white women hot and very acceptable.
Millions of Americans are now eligible to receive an updated COVID booster.
Oh, yeah. Let's just boost it up, buddy. It's been fast-tracked. It's been tested for years and years and years. And now we know that what? Vaccine number 4, potentially?
I think it's 5.
4, 5. Shoot it up, shoot it up. Let your arm on out.
Latest vaccines from Moderna and Pfizer are expected to be available at pharmacies and clinics around the country starting as early as today. Today. So for more on that, let's bring in Dr. Celine Gounder.
Wasn't it just last Thursday that we had a guy, we were watching a story, guy from like Moderna, Purdue, Pfizer, whatever, and like
It was a Pfizer guy.
yeah, Pfizer guy's like, these are all going on trucks, and we look to get approval by later this week, which is one day, and they've already got them. That was last Wednesday. They already got them in stores.
Oh, yeah.
She is the editor-at-large for public health at Kaiser Health News. She's also an infectious disease specialist and epidemiologist. Good to see you, Dr. Gounder.
Great to be here.
Yeah.
All right, so I've had 2 boosters.
Shots?
And never had COVID.
Never had
He's
COVID.
a medical
So
miracle.
I feel like, like for me, the boosters seem
Hold on. This guy's ever had COVID.
Guess
to have
not.
done the trick. What is different about this booster than the others?
So the boosters that are coming out now have
Are
been
less
updated
effective.
for the Omicron variant, in particular the BA.5 variant. That's the one that's most commonly circulating here in the United States. So the hope is that they might do a better job of protecting people. I think the most important thing to understand is that they are very safe.
Hope and a prayer.
Kind of like we update the flu shot every year. This update is very small and will not change.
We update the flu shot once a year, not 5 times a year.
Change the safety profile.
I want to follow up on that point because I have heard from a lot of people concern about the fact that they weren't tested on people. Explain to us what that means, and if people, you're saying it's very safe, how do you allay those fears?
The formula that's used to make the vaccine, everything is identical to the original.
Yeah, it's identical to the original deal. They're just shooting the original deal back in you for the original deal.
Original recipe. The only change is in the mRNA, and that's a very tiny tweak. In terms of how it's been tested on mice. It's been
it's great, mice.
Tested on people in the sense that the original Omicron vaccine that was developed earlier this summer, so BA1, that was tested on people. What we're seeing now is the BA5 update. I think with the data that we have, we can say this.
I almost feel like this vaccination process is a South Park episode.
Our whole lives are South Park episode.
Yeah, we got to get one. Or a Beavis and Butthead deal. Like, and all of society has just zombied out and followed the leader and listened to the government. For the most part, not everybody's outlaws like us. For the most part, everybody has gotten at least 2. Right?
Yeah.
Statistically.
Isn't it interesting how the tone has changed dramatically?
Now it's kind of a
like
clown
last year
job.
was like, if you don't do it, you're gonna die. And now it's like, we think it may hopefully work a little.
Because it's almost turned into a clown job now. And like if you get it, if you get the vaccination, it's like almost you're a clown.
Well, I think in other states up north and out west, it's a lot different.
Like in Indiana, man, because I've been there recently, they take this way more serious.
Yeah, but this is CBS News. These are the people that have been telling us, if you don't get this, you are endangering yourself and everyone around you. And even they're like, well, we don't really know.
But also, man, the CBS News, it seems like they're the ones that have been on the propaganda deal.
That's what I'm saying.
Where
and even they are having trouble pushing this vaccine.
Right.
So,
this is really, truly safe.
So, if you have had COVID in recent months, should you get it?
Like my mom. For instance, my mom just got over COVID.
Yep.
And so this would be a question for her. Should my mom get it?
I bet she says yes.
Dan told me to tell my mom, no, do not get it. You just beat it.
But this lady's pushing
The question is, who should be getting the booster now it's available, and who should not get it?
So first thing is, if you have been recently vaccinated or infected, had COVID recently, you do want to wait about 3 months before you get another vaccination. It's counterproductive to get that shot too soon.
Yeah, because you know what she's saying, but she doesn't want to say it. She's saying that your body has built up natural antibodies again. If you've had it, she just said, if you've had COVID,
or you recently got vaccinated,
but I'm going to concentrate on the have COVID. If you've had COVID and you got through it without a vaccination, I'm not a doctor. He's usually here on Mondays and Tuesdays. But I would think that if your body can fight something off and beat it, you now have, I don't know, maybe you guys, Anna, you're probably the second smartest person here. Or maybe the smartest next to Blitz. You might be smarter than Blitz, but we got to tell Blitz he's smarter than you.
Oh, no way. Blitz is the smartest, and he knows everything.
Well, he's the smartest on some stuff. But Anna's probably smarter on, there's probably some stuff that she's smarter on than he is.
Yeah, lots of stuff.
All right.
I don't want to name any.
Right. But Anna, wouldn't it naturally just think that if your body, like my mom, let's just use Janie Cakes, that her body now has fought this off, and her body for a certain amount of time, let's say 3 or 4 months, would be a better defense mechanism to defend her against a possible corona than getting another shot. That your natural
last
antibody.
Summer there were many studies out of Israel suggesting that natural immunity was way more effective than immunity through a vaccine.
And so I think what's the percent? Let me ask old girl. Hey Alexa, how many Americans have contracted COVID-19 at one time or another?
Here's what I found from the web. More than 450 people die of COVID-19 each day in the U.S. every day, and only 48.5% have received their first COVID booster shot, according to the CDC, and only 34% of those who are eligible have received their second booster shot. To continue with the news, you can say, "Tell me about Karen Kachanov."
Tell me about Karen Kachanas.
I can't find any news about that.
Oh,
For
God.
more related and popular
This is a
stories,
rib.
you can ask me,
This
what
bitch
is
is
the
a
latest on
rib.
Karen Kachanov?
What's the latest on Karen Kachanov?
I can't find any news about
Oh,
that.
wow.
For more related and popular stories, you can ask me, what is the latest news on Vladimir Putin?
What is the latest news on Vladimir Putin?
Here's a news story I found about that. From the website Reuters.
Russia will post a budget surplus this year, President Vladimir Putin said on Wednesday, forecasting a much shallower economic contraction than previously thought as Russia has overcome the worst impact of Western sanctions. Putin's expectation of a GDP decline of around 2% is more optimistic than his economy ministry and Russia's two largest banks, but follows the trend of improving forecasts
Alexa,
as...
shut up.
Oh, Russia's
economy's good.
Yeah, great.
Let's go buy some rubles.
Rubles doing great.
If you still have antibodies
I like to get some rubles.
Some rubles.
floating around from that.
I like to trade my Bitcoin in for some rubles. Listen, bitch, none of us, here's Dr. Bubba, and I'm not a doctor. Don't get the vaccination. Fight it off yourself.
Walk it off.
Yeah.
And that comes from someone who's vaxxed.
Yeah.
No, I'm not getting another vax. No way.
No, but I'm saying you are vaxxed,
Right,
though.
I'm vaxxed, and I'm not getting any more. And I didn't even want to get those, but my mom made me.
His mommy made him.
My mommy.
Last booster. Or that.
Like, listen, Mom, why should I have to worry about your health? You tried to jump me out of your. You tried to jump me.
You're gonna die. You're
Wait.
so old.
Oh, I
and
do.
fat.
I do have a little bit of a Janie insider.
Okay.
So I'm talking to her, and I go, "Mom, did you ever go into the pool that day with Jeff?" And she's like, "No, I didn't." And she goes, "Can I tell you something, Fleet?" I go, "Yeah." She goes, "Sometimes when you guys call me, it makes me sad." And I go, "What?" I go, "Mom, part of the coolness is the fact that we can talk to you unlike anybody else can talk to their mother. Like, you are just so cool and you roll with it." And she's like, "Yeah, but sometimes I get depressed because you guys just all gang up on me and everything." Aww. I'm like, okay. So the next time we call her, we're going to be way over the top. Just
like super mean?
Yeah, no.
Oh.
Just like way over the top sweet. Like to the point where she'll be mad. That
Did she say something specifically that hurt her feelings?
No, she's like, but Lummy gets on me and Blitz gets on me and you get on me.
I didn't get on her. I told her I was glad she was feeling better.
I know, but she just feels like all we talk about is, penises.
Blasting.
And blasting and pearl necklaces and oral. And she's like,
well, maybe she should start doing it.
Right.
Forcing her to ride her trike, which she sold.
How did she get COVID if she doesn't go anywhere? And she's like,
well, she did
triple
boosted. Hold on. Here's how she got it.
Oh.
When you live out, live out there, when you live out there in the old people's, the groves, they all have like Mondays are karaoke night at the clubhouse, and Tuesdays are like domino night. And
she goes to those things?
And she goes to trivia night on Thursdays.
Yeah. And Jeff's out and about. Did he get it and bring it home?
No. So at her table, somebody had it. So the next day, she doesn't really feel anything. This is like on Thursday. So the next day, she gets a call from the husband and wife that were sitting at her table. And they say, "Jane, we just want to let you know that, Fred has COVID. And so we're calling everybody that was sitting at our table." Sure enough, 2 days later, she gets COVID. So that's how she got it.
No.
But she's out there at the clubhouse like 3 nights a week because, those old people don't, they get, they do stuff at night.
Right.
And so anyway, she was kind of like, for real, like shooting on me. I'm like, "Mom, for real?" And she's like, "Yeah, I get kind of bummed out when you guys call me because it's always, this and that." I'm like, "Oh, well, Mom, I mean, we talk that way to you because you're one of the very few people that's a mom that can hang like that because you're so cool." She's like, "I know, Fleet." I think she's depressed because we're right. about her giving Jeff more, oral and her being inactive. And I think it kind of really hit home.
Oh.
Last infection, that new booster won't take. Now, that said, if you are somebody...
Booster, schmooster. That's the way America thinks. Real. For real. Like people that were like, I got to get... I don't know how much longer you can sell this to the American public. I think we're over it.
Who's 50 and up, or you are
check
immunocompromised, you are at higher risk for progression to severe COVID. I would say go ahead and get your updated booster now. Don't wait. For other people who are pretty low risk, and especially if you're already fully vaccinated and boosted.
Aren't they wanting to give it to kids now? Like they're recommending kids under 12 get it?
Under 12, it was like 6 months old.
Yeah, it's at 6 months now.
I wonder if they're going to make it part of, Lummy, you just had a kid right at a year ago. And
like entry into
school.
Yeah, primary school.
Like, don't they, as soon as a baby's born, give them a series of shots?
Like vitamin K and some other stuff.
Yeah, they do that, and then I think it's like a month later, you get like another couple shots, and then a couple months later.
Right. So I think as a baby, they immunize the baby throughout that first year on a couple different deals. I wonder if they're going to federally mandate a COVID shot. Like right now they give you, I don't know if they still give the polio shot or I don't know. Let me ask a girl. Hey, Alexa, what type of shots do babies have to have?
This might answer your question. Babies have to have a vitamin K shot. Did that answer your question?
That's when they're born.
All right. Hey, Alexa, what type of immunizations do 2 years and below need?
Here's something I found on the web. According to groundreport.com, Amnesty International charges India for detaining of up to 20,000 people without trial under Public Safety Act, PSA, which gives powers
Alexa,
officials to
shut up. You're stupid today. Did you take your stupid medication?
She took the Lummy pills.
Sorry, I don't know that one.
You may want to wait.
You don't know. You know what? You don't know that you're stupid because most people don't know they're stupid like me.
Until closer to the...
Most people that are stupid think that they're smart. Let me hear you go.
The first one, birth to 6 years.
Birth to 6 years. This is what you're supposed to be getting.
Yeah.
Here, hold on. Is this birth to 6 years?
Yeah, right there. So 4 months, the 2 months.
All right. So at birth they give you the Hep B.
And a K.
And then so at birth they give you it just says right here Hep.
Well, the K is not it's not a vaccine or whatever. So Hep B, and then the Hep B you can wait till 2 months.
Or
again, up it again.
All right. Then they give you the RV, the DTaP, the HIB, the PCV13, and the IPV. They get that. You get that from 2 months to 4 months. You get those things.
Yep.
Then from 6 months to 18 months, if you haven't got the Hep B, you got to have it by then. They add the DTaP. Do they add? Are these
you get another one? You get like a booster on it.
Another DTaP, another HIB, another PC13, another IPV. Then they give you the flu shot, and they want you to get that yearly. Then they give you the MMR, the varicella, and the Hep A. What in the hell?
And soon probably COVID.
Do we need to shoot all this?
Well, that's why I know Dr. Dan's definitely against all that, all that stuff.
Two and talking.
Yep,
Isn't Hep B only for anal sex?
Yes, which we kind of have gotten into an argument with our doctor about it.
Be like, listen,
there's no point for him to get it.
We don't know that little Wilbur's not like his dad, and so he doesn't maybe ever need this. And that's one of the first ones they start shooting your kid with.
Mm-hmm.
At 1 month, they want to put the Hep B. They want to actually, according to this chart, throw Hep B the day little Walker comes out of the canal.
Yeah.
They want to shoot him with a Hep B.
We turned that down at the hospital.
Now, if you
It
look,
says it's a hardy virus that can exist on almost any surface for up to 1 month.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Hold
on here. It says disease spread by, okay? Watch this, Anna. Disease spread by Hep B, contact with blood or bodily fluids. I don't know how much a kid is having contact with blood or bodily fluid.
In the first 3 months, at least, too.
Yeah. Now, would a bodily fluid be considered nursing milk? Like,
That's a bodily fluid. I don't know if it can be, but that qualifies.
Well, yeah, but hepatitis. The person would have to have it.
That's why.
Hepatitis or
hepatitis.
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 Now,
The Bubba Radio Network will return after this.
Heritage, yo.
Hepatitis.
It's Thomas' fault.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Bubba. Hippo. Poodle ballin'. What's up? Thank you. Xerxes69, good morning. OFF. Grouper lips. Oh yeah, what are you gonna do to it? Jerkism. What would you like to hear? What would you like to hear? I'll take anything. Yeah, I did. I wasn't familiar with him. Sweet Love Me. What's up, Elkhart Rob? Hope you're doing better. Sure hope so, Gold Egg Layer. That's true. Start off with that. Come on, Bob. Charm 77, 24 months. Oh, he won't be there though during 202.
I want to eat.
There's Cheez-Its.
We have any? I thought you said we ran out.
No, let's get another box.
Oh, frig yeah. Box. There's no food at Bubba 199, right?
No, I'm not doing food this year.
I may bring a snack for people though. A baked good, perhaps. You guys are gonna like it.
For $1.99.
Yeah. Better like it.
Thank you, Army got 214. Didn't have for 32 months.
I'm making organic kale cookies. Just kidding.
No. Well, my got 214 bits. Work your way there. I like that. Oh, that's good, Elkhart Rob.
Oh, frig, yeah.
Let's see, we start that back up. What's up, Rugged H? Calta is a liquid stool.
No.
50 months.
Ooh.
One more, Redbeard. Where's that beard? I don't know. That's right. Your kale, Donkey Teeth. You know you munch that down.
I'm so excited.
You munch other shit down. That's a delay. It's right there in the edge. Donkey Teeth, you'll be taking it.
Kale fucking sucks. And I'm like, I'm Kale's like main.
Let me do I got light stream done?
No, you do not.
Okay.
I'm sure she was Donkey Teeth.
But it's bad.
Legs.
Not good.
Oh, we're just one there, one short.
Yeah.
Right there on the hanger. Yes, K2 Bill.
Yes, queen.
Oh, right there.
Right there, right there. Put your
Good edged. Donkey Teeth, you throw one. Actually, I don't know because I'm going to complete it. Oh, thank you for the lawn. What's up, Hall of Famer Iggy McGillicuddy?
What's up, Iggy?
Your big guns.
Iggy.
Spud Show.
Maybe on today's after show we can call Janie Cakes. Put her way over, you know.
Sounds good.
If you're getting drowned in credit card debt, be like my good friend Hall of Famer Big Red and go to lightstream.com.
/BTLS.
Get a credit card consolidation loan from Lightstream that's going to help you pay off your credit cards and lock in a low fixed interest rates. Rates start at 5.73% with auto APR with auto pay and excellent credit. Plus the rate is fixed for the life of the loan and will never go up. Whether you need $5,000, $80,000, $100,000, it doesn't matter. Lightstream believes people with good credit deserve a better loan experience, and that's exactly what they get you. And for my listeners only, you can get a special interest rate discount. The only way to get this discount is to go to lightstream.com.
/BTLS.
LIGHTSTREAM.com.
/BTLS.
Subject to credit approval. Rates range from 5.73% APR to 19.99% APR and include a 0.50% auto pay discount. Lowest rates require excellent credit. Terms and conditions apply. Offers are subject to change without notice. Visit lightstream.com /BTLS for more information.
Oh, Lord!
Yankee Dell, 1,000 bits.
There is a hype train that's been bestowed upon us.
2 for 2. Let's go.
Don't forget Bubba 199 this Friday.
FT, Kansas City, 1,050 bits. Sorry, Bubba.
No problem. And Monster Truck voice at that. This Friday night, a Bubba 199. Anna's working on a list. I'm working on a list.
It's already finished.
Oh, it is? Of course it is.
Hype train. Complete.
It is a no hangout because I'm going right from Bubba 199 to Ocala. So get your cleats and get to stepping. Lummy, do you have a roster for Bubba 199 this Friday night? Is it going to be bare bones, Willie?
Well, we got Donkey Teeth and Donkey Teeth's wife.
All right, the Asian invasion.
Tease and Susan Poitras.
Right.
Yay!
Young boy Mitch.
Yes.
The Nashes.
We're going to do another. Are they going to crash in the other half of my building?
Let's hope not.
They're going to make a match. How about OFF and Mike Bellagio?
I Mike Bellagio, but I've not heard about OFF, and then I got a Big Red, and I'm not sure about it. Not a fan. I'll find out today.
That's what you got.
Yes, sir.
Fantastic.
Nope, I said yes, sir.
It's close, though.
It's close, but I said yes, sir.
I know. Really close.
Man, the filthy ruined it for me because I actually say yes, sir.
I know, but I mean,
blame him.
Sorry, Bubba.
You also need to let me find out where the parallel version on our fence with the homeless camp is.
I kind of marked it.
Make sure you let me know. 'Cause I'm gonna, go over there and give them some bear spray.
Some good news.
Hey, Lummy.
Yeah.
Can you bring your pulse saw? Even though we made fun of it.
Yeah, I know.
we need a.
Yeah, what has developed since I've been?
Made fun of my plug-in.
Yeah, we made fun of his plug-in, but we kind of need it.
What are you thinking about taking down?
Just on the side over there. By the street.
What side over there, buddy? We got.
No, right by the street, by the mailbox.
You mean where I carved out that little area?
Yes.
Now, did I do a pretty good job?
Yeah, it just needs to be carved out more.
I did a good job for as tall as I could get my little T-Rex arm.
Yeah, it looks like a
Did you see the?
Looks like a little bat cave cutout.
Looks like a Black Panther came in there, like the actual animal, and like just mauled the area.
Maybe.
That was the look I was going for.
Yeah.
Did you see the mattress pad that was sitting there all rolled up nicely?
No.
Oh.
Did you throw that away?
I will be throwing that away today.
Now, technically,
do we still have liquid ass?
Yes.
Do you want to put it on there?
Yes. I think we should, Blitz, I think we should liquid ass like we would Roundup.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, but the bad thing about it is the wind blows, it'll get our building smelling like it.
Or it'll blow toward the AAA guys, so that's
That'd be
okay
the
too.
worst.
Well,
Blitz,
all right.
all I need to do is, Lummy, if you can show, we can just liquid ass their mattress pad.
Okay.
But more importantly, if you know the area where they sleep, I'll just shoot liquid ass over.
Okay.
And I will say, let's not put it on anyone's stuff. Just the area around it. That way, if they need to take their stuff and go somewhere else, then they can,
Right.
and it's all right to use.
You mean like liquid ass the weeds down there? Now,
Yeah.
should we put liquid ass in a bug sprayer, or will that forever contaminate the bug sprayer?
It'll make it'll ruin the bug sprayer.
Because the bug sprayer. You know what we could do though, Blitz, is I got a couple of those empty spray bottles and like a regular spray bottle.
Okay.
That you'd put like Simple Green in, or I got a couple of those. We could take all the small little, because the liquid ass comes in little eyedroppers, and I got a whole box full of.
Okay.
Like, they literally come in like this.
Yes.
This is what they come in.
Yep.
Like my Blink eye drop. We could have Lummy go out back and empty every one of those eyedroppers into one of our spray containers.
Yes.
And, that would probably equate to about half full.
And we'll just spray the area around maybe where there's people
The
at.
wooded areas?
Would you even water it down, or would you want it full concentrate?
Yeah, might as well just make it full.
Full concentrate.
Yeah.
Or maybe put some other stinky stuff in there, like lacquer thinner. Or would that maybe de-ass the assness?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that will do with it.
I say we just keep it as the ass.
Why don't we pour it in? Why don't we pour it in with the Roundup? Now you're killing the weeds and making them smell like ass.
We can do that. I was planning on spraying the Roundup around the building.
Oh,
so.
okay, yeah. All right, round it up then.
Yeah.
Lummy, you and I are going to be on. I'm going to get to Merch Quick to find the. There's a big box, and I think it's in one of the storage units of liquid ass. And so I'll get you one of those containers.
And then I'll get on it.
But I want you to videotape. You know how we have a couple tables out back, Lummy?
Yeah, of course.
You could literally set up a table and a little chair. And you're like, hey, and put like your phone on a little tripod. And be like, hey, it's Lummy, and I'm doing the liquid ass, from the teardropper deal into the major hopper deal.
Sounds good.
Now, Blitz, should we videotape us spraying down the homeless area, or is that documenting that we did that?
I mean, it's not liquid ass, right? We're just trying to get rid of the mosquitoes in the area, so we're spraying the foliage over there with mosquito spray.
Yeah, we're helping out the city of Tampa.
Blitz, could you get a big, our label maker? Our big label maker?
Yeah.
And put on the bottle mosquito spray?
Yeah.
There you go. Mosquito spray.
Non-toxic, organic mosquito spray.
Non-toxic, organic. In fact, the next break, I'm going to make a label.
We're just trying to rid the area of mosquitoes.
Yeah.
And then you can see my big tire marks in back there.
Non-toxic.
Yes.
Non-toxic, organic, environmental friendly mosquito spray.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
And now, let me. Are they starting to get way back? And are they getting
way
back?
there.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that because it's close to our poor little goats.
Yeah, I know.
The goats probably can see them.
Well, that's why I kind of started noticing it too. And then when I was back
Next thing you
there
know, we got a
Sunday-
goat gone because they're hungry.
Oh,
can you eat goat meat?
Oh,
Yes,
Lummy,
you can.
Lummy,
yeah, you
you
can.
would go to prison, wouldn't you?
I would go to prison. I'd find them and yeah.
Would you say, actually, I just want to let you know I'm going to need you to post bond here a minute. I'm fixing
to go to jail.
To go to jail. And Lummy, what if they were back there and they had Hootie on the Barbie, like on a spigot?
Yeah.
I would kill them and call Kevin Hazlett.
Let me see.
They're
Pig
dead. Oh no! Don't
on a spigot.
Oh, like a luau.
Like a.
Hold on here, Lummy. If you went back there,
A white trash
hold on,
luau.
Lummy. If you went back there, and this was Hootie.
Oh, I'm ripping their heads off.
Lummy, if you went back there and this was Hootie, right there.
I would have raids that you've never
Probably
seen before.
delicious.
What if they were just raping Hootie?
Oh, even worse.
That looks kind of mean to it. Now, how do they kill that pig?
Don't they slit the throat?
Yep.
Do they put them on just like that?
Yeah.
Why not?
Ew, I don't know if I want to eat that.
Well, you eat pork all the time,
Yeah.
buddy.
What's wrong with that?
What do you care?
Well, that's not how they do it. I mean,
doesn't matter. They kill it, and then they put it on there.
well,
What does it matter? It's dead.
Do they literally run it through their mouth, right through their body, through their butthole?
Yeah. Why not?
Why does it matter?
That's what those
They're
people would
dead.
have happen too.
What's that, Lummy?
Oh, if they were doing that to Hootie, oh, that's how they would look. I'd wake you up, have you come down to the studio.
Bubba, I know I'm not supposed to call before noon on Sunday, but I want the homeless people, Yeah. They got Hootie on a spigot. So Hootie's dead, but so are they.
Can you help me, Bubba? Will you help me? Would you help me?
That's kind of cruelty to animals.
It is.
I don't like
Oh,
that.
good thing you're part PETA.
Bubba, would you help me if I called you?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
I'd just say, Lummy, why don't we shoot him?
Put him in the pond. Fish bait.
Yeah,
Hillary Clinton is on a new campaign
Yes,
of sorts with her daughter
Queen.
Chelsea for a new Apple TV Plus docuseries highlighting extraordinary women. It's called Gutsy.
Didn't you say, Anna, if there was one person that you could either sit down and have an unedited, anything goes conversation?
I mean, I need to actually wiretap her brain.
Oh, she's in love with Hillary Clinton.
We sat down
She has so many secrets, Bob.
exclusively with the former secretary
I
and
love
asked her
secrets.
what's
I did speak one time to Bill Clinton.
I know.
On the phone.
I remember you telling me that.
Away. John, who's in the room? Mr. President, it's Bubba Clem. Oh, hey, Bubba. Hello, Mr. President. You know that videotape you sent over? Yeah. I mean, I can't blame the feller. She's got some big jugs. That's what he said. I can't tell you who it's about.
What's next? Would you ever run for president again?
No. But I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that we have a president who respects our democracy and the rule of law.
All right, hold on now. Okay, I appreciate Now, listen, hold on.
Rule of law?
Yeah.
Your husband's a rapist.
Everybody stop. Everybody stop.
Rapes kids.
If you would just say Hillary, you get us all, even those that hate you. I'm going to get a president that's competent and isn't senile. We'll take that right now, right? I mean, listen.
Can he read? Perfect.
Can he form a sentence? Does he need handlers? You didn't see Bill Clinton or Barack Obama or Trump or any of the. In fact, I can't think of any president in our lifetime that needed a bona fide handler and wasn't. Ronnie, maybe towards the latter part, maybe the last couple of years of his second term. But for the most part, they call on, this media guy, that media guy. They don't have a list. They may have a list of people they may want to stay away from. But, I mean, everything it seems like in the current president is scripted. It's 100% scripted. The people he calls on are scripted. And when he goes off script, he sounds like a bumbling idiot.
Even when he's on script, he sounds, not well.
If you look at my presidents during my lifetime, I'm too young to remember Nixon. I slightly remember Gerald Ford, but I can remember everybody past that. And every one of them, could at least handle questions about from the press, and didn't have, strategically placed people. Now, they may have had strategically placed people that asked questions, but they also went off script as well.
They didn't have full-blown Alzheimer's.
Right. Regardless of your political affiliation, every president we've had, I think it's safe to say this, even if you hate Biden, and you're like this bona fide hardcore Republican, I think it's safe to say this. This particular president is the least sharpest of anyone that we've had in our lifetime.
I think especially the Republicans.
Would you at least agree to that?
Yeah, oh yeah.
And that there's every other president has been a better communicator and quicker on their feet than this guy. Period.
But I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that we have a president who respects our democracy and the rule of law and upholds our institutions.
What if Donald Trump runs again?
He should be soundly defeated. It should start in the Republican Party. Grow a backbone. Stand up to this guy. And heaven forbid.
Whoa. Now, hold on. That goes two ways. Grow a backbone and stand up to the idiot you put in there, too. Okay. We'll give you the Trump snide comment. But my God, clean your own backyard up first. Your party's just in just as much disarray as both parties are in disarray.
At least she didn't say something like he shouldn't be allowed to run again.
No, I appreciate that.
She was like, he should be soundly defeated.
She's
okay,
saying
fine.
And she's saying the GOP needs to throw this guy out.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? The Democrats need to throw out your guy. Right? Let's start with that.
If he gets the nomination, he needs to be defeated roundly and sent back to Mar-a-Lago.
The Florida mansion now in the spotlight after an FBI search for classified documents.
Now, how's that working out? Because I tell you right now, I refuse to watch the news because you watch one channel and it's like, oh my God, it's a crap storm. He's going to go down. And they got all kinds of things that are going to stick. And then you watch the other side of the news and they're like, it was a fishing expedition. There's no way that they should have gotten access to this, and this. They were being compliant. They did what they said. This is a big nothing burger. Then you turn back over to the other station. They're like, man, I tell you, this is going to be the one that takes him down. There's no way he's going to be able to survive this. So what is the truth? And Anna, I'm asking you and Blitz, and maybe Lummy.
Let me know stuff. He watches a lot of Tucker.
All right, so between you three, what is the in-the-middle truth? Let me start with you.
Well, I do know that it's a positive for Trump right now because a judge granted a special master to review it.
I think it's called a magistrate.
I think Lummy's right.
Okay.
Special master to
and
review it. Independent special master. So I think that's a positive for Trump.
And shortly after that judge looked at it again and was like, basically put a halt on a lot of the investigation.
Yeah.
So this is ridiculous. What are we doing
I
here?
guess they found like less than 1% of something that could be even classified in all the stuff they took.
Supposedly they found a lot. Again, this is supposedly because who knows really, but they found a lot of empty folders that were marked classified or top secret, but nothing in them.
Apparently, they recently found material on a foreign nation's nuclear capability.
Yeah.
Well, what does that matter?
I don't know. I suppose it's supposed to be classified.
If they're classified in top secret, then they shouldn't be at its house. I get that, but we'll see. We'll see.
Now, what about the big New Jersey, New York AS attorney, state attorney
going after him?
And he pled no comment. He pled the fifth like 614 times on some type of deal. Where I've been told, and again, I don't know any of this to be true, just from the news that I've been flipping around, that's the bigger issue at this point, not the Mar-a-Lago. Now, does anybody have any clarification on that?
Is that over January 6th?
No. I mean, he's got three issues. He's got Mar-a-Lago, he's got January 6th, and then he's got this tax evasion deal out of the state of New York. I heard that might be his biggest liability.
Well,
and again, I'm telling you right now that I don't know.
The attorney general up there said that she's not going to give up until she buries Trump.
Right.
So
I know that she's on
I
know that she's very much on an agenda. I do know that. I just don't know what the truth of the matter is. Is she overzealous and he's not guilty? Is she overzealous and maybe he's I don't know.
Since pretty much, I think it was about a month ago, since he pleaded that they haven't really talked about it in the news recently. It's kind of died down now since August 10th when he pleaded the 5th. So it's kind of gone away now. Once again, until they probably get some more stuff on.
Donald Trump is saying that this search of his home is politically motivated.
Listen, I think everything on both sides of the fence are more politically motivated than we've ever seen in our lifetime, in our parents' lifetime. Everything is politically motivated. I've never seen we have to win at all costs mentality more than the life that we're living right now. It is just like cutthroat. I mean, when's the last time a president, a just unseated president got screwed with this bad? Now, on the other end of the deal, if I was to be honest, maybe he has done stuff to, cause him to get screwed with this much. I don't know.
Oh, 100%.
So,
I'm not saying it's warranted, but that's what he did.
Right.
He called everybody out. People you're not supposed to call out. He was calling out.
And so isn't that kind of cool?
I mean, that's why you got elected in the first place.
Yeah, but that's also what gives you the crap storm.
Yep.
It's hard to cooperate with people when you're calling them out and saying, the CIA is this, the FBI is trash, like all this sort of stuff. Obviously, they're going to try and find things against you so you can't run again.
I live in that in a very smaller, scaled down version.
In this case, you said your office.
The problems I had with local affiliate of people of power and things like that were that I came in like a boss hog and challenged people, right? That's a lot of my issues in today's life. Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
There's definitely some similarities.
Well, I'm sure he would say that.
In 2016, Hillary Clinton was under investigation for her own handling of classified information and questions about using...
Hold on. You mean when she set up servers and then deleted half of the files?
Yeah.
Private
how
server
could those not have been recovered?
And how can that
not be over to Blitz?
And how can that not be a huge crime?
Well,
I mean, if they take the servers and they throw them out to sea, right, Blitz? I mean, I don't think you're ever going to get them.
Secretary of State.
Did they actually get rid of the servers?
Yeah, I don't think they ever found the servers.
They bleached them.
Director James Comey ultimately recommended Clinton not be prosecuted, but said she and her team were extremely careless.
I had a very different situation where I was cleared and the guy just kept talking and then came up with a new reason to talk some more 10 days before the election.
James Comey.
Yes, and there's no doubt at all that he impacted very negatively my chances of winning.
In a year.
So it was in the middle of an election. There was no there, and the guy never shut up. So I think it's a really different...
Well, now, hold on. If we were to be true to the game here, it's fact that you set up servers for these Benghazi emails, and when you knew you might potentially be an issue, you got rid of, or somebody got rid of, half the servers and half of the emails. We know that to be fact.
How many emails were scrubbed? Like 30,000?
Yeah, something like that.
I mean, that's fact, right? That's fact.
How did we find out that emails were deleted?
Didn't some come up on Anthony Weiner's computer too? On his email?
Anthony Weiner.
I started finding Anthony because Anthony Weiner's wife worked for Clinton, I think.
That's right.
Is Weiner in prison?
I think so.
Let me ask the little girl.
I don't know.
Hey, Alexa, tell me about Anthony Weiner.
I'm having trouble hearing. Can you say that again?
Anthony Weiner, the politician.
I don't know that.
God, you're dumb as rocks today.
She really is. What's wrong with
what's
her?
going on here when it appears that the Justice Department and the FBI have been incredibly patient, quiet, careful until they finally apparently thought that national security was at stake.
She told us she's watched all of the January 6th hearings.
What do you think of Liz Cheney?
I think she's done a great historic service to
you would think that.
the United States and, paid a price for it, which was...
Man, is Hillary...
Which was gutsy.
How tall... Hey, Alexa, how tall is Hillary Clinton? She looks like short doggy dog there, doesn't she?
Hillary Clinton is 5 feet 5 inches tall.
Oh.
Gutsy. It was...
Hey, who's this shorty?
That's the one that came out against Trump,
Oh.
saying that she
Yeah,
heard from some
Catherine.
other guy.
It
Heard from another guy.
Haley.
Jugs.
was
un-American.
I want to give a real shout out to the witnesses. But
Many of
came
them
forward.
have been young women.
Young women. And
Young hot ones, too.
And that goes to a point about being a gutsy woman. The couple of young women
Yeah, what's up, Shorty Shaves? What they say?
Didn't they already
who
prove
have
her
come
stuff was
forward
fake?
out
Yes.
of the Trump White House, they have been vilified. They had to have known that they were going to be criticized, but I give them enormous
Yeah,
credit
for
for
lying.
speaking the truth and doing the right thing.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, it literally has been proven that they lied about it. It was all
Yeah.
hearsay from another person from a hearsay.
Yep.
Hearsay from hearsay.
A hearsay from hearsay.
The Bubba Radio. Return after this.
I mean, I got 3 motherfucking shows to do today, buddy.
That's because you're the fucking man.
I gotta take a piss.
Bubba's got to pee.
Gonna make some urine.
Oh, look, US6 fan monkeypox. Oh, that's what we need. More monkeypox.
Yellow. Ball tops.
Mom,
Yes, sir.
will you squirt some Dawn? Just give that a soaker. While I piss, then I'll clean it.
Puss. Honey, I brought her in. Morning, Poodle Ballin'. I cannot wait to eat food. I'm so hungry. I ate yesterday at 2:45. I ate dinner. So I'm hungry. Gary Cantrell. Good morning, Dr. Dance Blue Moneymaker. Morning, Possum Trot, BB. Oh, God. Brandon is deflowered. Hello, group of lips. Caliber Fawcett. Do I get to see you on Friday? I miss you. What's up, Iggy? Hall of Famer, Iggy McGillicuddy. Yay! Hopefully OFF will be here on Friday. I love you. Miss you. Tell your son I said hello. Seth's anal probe. Hello. Whoop. Morning. Lakeland Hoosier. Thank you, Sicilian Redneck. Morning, EST. ES Trader. Uncle Fokker. Hello. Iggy McGillicuddy. Oh, yay. I love him. He's so sweet. Good morning, Kiss fan. Big ol' hog leg. Good morning. DJ next one. No, I don't drink bulletproof coffee. You have to speak with me? I am IG. Bob Wells, Brana. Yeah. Elkhart Rob. Hope we can be friends. What's up, Bubba's 6-incher? Can't wait to eat. Good morning, Nash. No. It's not complete unless I see the Nashes. No, I haven't. DJ, next one. I'm in the middle of a Lex Friedman podcast. I'm trying to finish, and it's 4 hours long. So I'm trying to work through that. Do I listen to any Concrete lately? No, I've been listening to Lex. I've been listening to a lot of like red pill shit with like feminism, dating, how it's all fucked up. Do I listen to Kill Tony? I have, but not regularly, no. I like a lot of History Channel stuff. So, that's kind of my deal right now. Concrete is really good. I've been listening to a lot of stuff on Intel. I'm pretty obsessed with it. I wish I could be part of the CIA, but I can't. Oh, really? Devil in Ohio on Netflix. Devil in Ohio. Let's see.
She'll bark though.
Is this a series? Is this like ghost shit? We've had a recommendation, Bubs, for a new show on Netflix.
What?
Devil in Ohio. I'll
send me the trailer.
I'll send it your way. Oh shit. But it has been recommended. It's a series, Skyway Jumper. Has anyone seen this? Who told me about it?
Well, you know Reagan's gonna have to watch this immediately.
Oh yeah. Oh, Skyway Jumper said it's really good and it's right up our alley. Oh, you did.
Are we watching Devil in Ohio or are we watching Skyway Jumper?
Skyway
I think Skyway Jumper is the guy's screen name in chat.
The devil. Is this about a devil? Oh no. Do you think it's hard to film like a thriller just because you start laughing? You know, because you have to be like.
Live from the Sunbelt Rental Studios, it's the Bubba the Love
You know,
Sponge Show.
I mean, he either would have shot the Merch Crick or the Merch Crick would have shot him. Chances are I'm putting my money on the Merch Crick.
Yeah, I got my money on the Merch Crick, man. She is a bad
Just
bitch.
saying.
She stepped up when Lummy hides. Even Blitzy was glad to have her by his side. She's got a great rack and the finest ass. Bubba really likes it when she wears her badge.
It's probably tough being a person dates me.
He's been looking for the perfect girl.
I like you a lot.
She pushes merch for Bubba's world.
You make me hot.
She cuffs him, then she reads his rights. On the ground, big boy. Now Bubba's in love.
He's an angel sent from heaven.
She's a cutie. In love with the Merch Creek girl. In love with the Merch Creek girl. Now Tommy don't lie. No, Tommy don't lie.
Merch Crick is actually one of my only girls who Tommy actually like.
Today's content lineup would be this show till top of the hour, then 10:15, 10:20 after show. Lummy will probably take that to about 11:30 or so, and then I got Coco coming in and Babyface, and we're doing a special edition of Lummy and Babyface's sports show, noon to 1:30, with me and Coco in tow. I did get it pre-approved by Babyface and Lummy that it wouldn't cause any problems. And then tomorrow, the regular show, the after show, and then Hatley and Babyface with I'm right, you're wrong, we're screwed. And I'm talking to Tuttle and Colton about coming in on a few Fridays after Blummel and doing something. That might be podcast only, I don't know. But Blitz, I like to have Blitz. I like you to have a full hopper and not a bare hopper.
Oh, absolutely.
For the podcast, go download our daily podcast wherever you get your podcast stuff. iHeart, Google Play, Spotify. It doesn't matter. Just type in the Bubba Army and be a daily downloader if you could, please. So, Anna, somebody recommended this new series or new document. Is it a documentary?
It's a series.
Devil in Ohio.
Yes.
Skyway Jumper.
Yes, Skyway Jumper.
And it's on Netflix?
I believe so, yes.
Is this about Reagan's childhood?
I hope not.
This is okay to play.
Her name?
Yeah, is it okay to play?
I don't know.
Okay.
Sorry. They just
Has no ID. Cops couldn't get a
Probably not.
statement.
Blitz, we'll watch it the first time, then we can always watch it a second.
Oh.
If it's okay.
Or we can just,
Well, there's a girl on a road trying to flag down a truck. For those that, that can't see us visually. Well, I guess nobody's seeing this visually because we don't know what the visual aspect.
Right.
Sometimes visual stuff gets us in trouble.
Yes, it does.
One time we got suspended for 7 days for playing a CBS national news story hosted by Norah O'Donnell about, and the clickbait on the title was, the White House urges U.S. Americans or Americans not to go such as U.S. Americans not to go to Ukraine to help fight. So we hit the story. One would think that wouldn't be a problem.
Right.
One would think that it might be Joe Biden or whatever saying, I don't want you guys, don't go. And then there'd be like, another part of the story that we're showing people leaving from America to go over there and fight. But instead, it shows like these buildings in Ukraine that have gotten bombed by the Russians and a few dead bodies under sheets. Whoa. You would have thought that we literally broadcasted kid porn. And it was okay to run on terrestrial television, right? Governed by the FCC, which is far more stringent than anything that exists on the internet, unless you're Twitch or YouTube.
I guess you get what's coming.
This is May. We're waiting for a foster home to open up, so she's going to stay with us.
All right, so it looks like it's a family in Ohio, and they got a little girl that they're going to foster until a foster home opens up. We're going to have to audibly tell everybody.
It's a psychiatrist shelters in the
Your
Sirius
kindness is too much.
You deserve it.
All right, so it shows like this foster mom.
She's a psychiatrist.
Psychiatrist telling this little kid that she deserves kindness. Shows this little kid looking into a mirror. Then it says it's a Netflix series.
You brought her
now it looks like hold on.
home with you? I couldn't abandon her. She's been through so much trauma.
All right, so now the whole entire family's having dinner, and the dad turns to the psychiatrist mom and said, "You brought this kid home with you?" And the mom's like, "Hey, I couldn't just throw it to the wolves."
It's important that May feels safe here.
And the mom is saying it's important that May feels comfortable and safe here in our own little home. May is... Whoa! What was that?
That was the girl that
right
they
there.
adopted.
Oh. So mama is washing her face, like doing her nightly ritual, and she turns around and this foster kid's right behind her.
Just right there.
Be like, whoa, bro, you're a little too close for me, buddy. Don't sneak up. Don't sneak up on me like that.
Chill.
If you're Blitz, you're gonna get probably shot. Blitz, can you shoot a guy for sneaking up on you?
Yeah, why not?
Amon County case. Sheriff said that.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me just say right now, I'm from the Midwest. Anytime they show a cornfield, it's always bad.
Yeah, never good.
There's nothing good.
Bodies.
Other than the harvesting of corn.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that's good with cornfields.
Mm-hmm.
And then when there's a canine and a cop by a cornfield, multiply the intensity by a zillion.
Didn't find anything.
Do you remember seeing anything having to do with satanic worship?
Man, have you guys ever lived in an area that had large, where they grow corn?
Mm-mm.
No. It gets like to be about 8 foot tall, and you can literally get lost in a cornfield. It is literally, you become like almost Blitz. You know how pilots get
vertigo?
Mm-hmm. You literally, if you get so deep into a cornfield and you can't really see the sky, all you can see are the tassels and just a little bit of the sky, you can get big time vertigo. I think that's what the Children of the Corn movie was about. Kids that lived in a cornfield and they would lure other kids into the cornfield. Cornfields are scary.
I
Ask
know,
Reagan.
the Children of the Corn was these kids that were in like this little cult, and they started murdering all the adults and children.
And they lived in the
everything.
corn, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The people.
Man, anybody from the Midwest that grew up in the where they grow corns, man, you get like a football field or two inside a cornfield, you can get freaked out.
What do you think it means?
Cornfields are scary, but they were kind of good because you could maybe take a chick back about 50, 60 yards into the corns blitz and have a blanket and knock down like a little area of corns and lay the blanket down, and you could just.
You do that?
I'm not gonna.
Confirm or deny.
I'm gonna plead the fifth on that.
Okay.
On fingering girls and cornfields.
It's a cult. Everything's changed.
I don't like scary movies.
No.
No one ever leaves except your girl, who, guessing by the way they've marked her, is vital to them.
I think May has something to do with it. She needs to leave.
So are they saying this May bitch might be killing people in the corns?
Perhaps.
You would never betray me, would you, Suzanne?
Lummy, she's like you, or she'll
self-correct.
Lummy, you just messed up. Self-correct yourself. There you go. Corns. What are we back at? Corns.
She's lost by herself.
Lummy, where is she running right now?
And corns.
So, Anna, think about this. You get
God, there's going to be a big scary
but
thing.
hold on, Anna. You've never been in corns, but can you imagine? This is exactly what you see when you're in corns. And if you go a football field deep into corns, Blitz, you could see where you could become very.
Just jump and look around.
No, not everybody's 6'5" like you, bitch.
Oh.
May?
Devil in the corns.
Bubba, there might be a better documentary for you to watch.
What?
It said there's another new one out that you might like, the Tim Donaghy one.
I didn't. Yeah, I had.
Yeah, I know. 2007. I just told Red we should redoc.
Yeah, pull it up.
I just told him.
Pull it up because
this is out on Netflix.
This is the newest thing on Netflix, which I'm thinking, man, I should be able to get my documentary on all these real sexy platforms if they're regurgitating
Tim Donaghy.
the Tim Donaghy story.
Exactly.
My stuff, please.
Yeah.
Hug her, please.
Exactly.
The game of basketball growing up, that's all I.
Let me find me that interview and have Rhett put his magic on it. Clickbait the hell out of it. Put Netflix, hashtag Netflix, all that kind of flagrant foul.
Did all I dreamt of and all I wanted to be a part of.
Yeah, I had him in the studio.
Yep.
Man, did I my life up.
I think he might live local.
I probably live in like Sarasota or something.
Yeah, I think he lives down south, yeah.
Let me see if we can maybe get him back in.
All right.
To promote his deal.
Allegations against one basketball ref of betting on games is rocking the NBA.
As an NBA referee, it was written in the contract that you couldn't place a bet of any kind, but I had inside information, and that's all I needed to make these picks correct.
Timmy would tell
he would call like a traveling, he would call like a foul.
Me who we would bet on, and I would relay it back to my guys.
I said to myself, shouldn't be doing this. But we were winning.
I could win a few million on each game. It's a printing press.
There was a wad of money, and it clicked. He's betting on his own games.
And then all of a sudden, the FBI was here.
Which is never good.
Mm-hmm.
Been there, done it, and if I do it again, I got a different technique. It's tough for me to be quiet.
Illegal gambling.
Let's go, baby.
Let's go.
You can never live a peaceful life when your life has become nothing but a lie.
Yeah. I mean, they need, and every documentary has the same music.
Violin.
The same music.
Yeah.
Let me burn another break. We'll say goodbye next.
The Bubba Radio Network will return after this.
Where's some old snowman?
Let me really get that fucking documentary clicked up.
Yeah, I'm getting the audio to right
Fade
now.
it up.
Uncle Fucker. I'm downloading it.
Hi, Lum.
Hi, Papa.
Pepper.
I'm
Pepper.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
Look, Anna, get with Reagan and get us that info, bitch.
Blitz is going to do it because I assume that he needs the information and he'll have some follow-up
questions. So we
questions.
can get it done and schedule it.
Okay, we will.
A little hook.
I'm a hooker?
Whatever. It's just a term of endearment.
That's fine. That's fine. I like being a hook.
That's what my sister. That's what I used to call my sister.
A fucking hook?
So be like, "What's up, fucking hooker?"
I'm sure she loved that.
Shit. Although favorite game of good luck, I
A tongue gimmick? Of course. Of course. Oh. But are you gonna watch Gutsy with me?
I don't know what that is.
The Hillary Clinton deal. You gonna watch it?
That looks like the worst movie
Perfect.
ever. Show ever.
If you don't watch it because it's good, you watch it because you have to.
Is he dang to it too? I know that you were talking about it.
Don't you guys like to hate watch stuff? It's not about watching things you like. It's about watching things that make you feel alive. With emotion. Oh!
Jay Goseka, 11,000 bits.
Well,
James Koseka.
Jay Goseka, 10,100 bits.
There you go.
John Koseka.
He got those numbers. Let's go.
On his training, bro. Good morning.
Beep beep.
How can they do one?
Honk.
How can they do one
Train on.
right now?
Yeah.
No, there's not a.
The PTVO.
There's
yeah,
not
I put
a
that
hype
on
train
there.
right now.
Someone just donated. You.
There's
When
on
we
YouTube
come back,
today.
Lummy will recognize the big whale.
Beep beep. All aboard. Beep beep. Honk honk. Honk to the honk.
Thanks, Brad's mom, 51 months. Come on, Snizzler. Oh, on, Snizzler. Morning oozing bearded clam.
Live from the Sunbelt Rental Studios, it's the Bubba the Love Spot Show.
Oh, and by the way, by an after show, let's start that at like 20.
Perfect.
If we can. You know that I think it would be safe to say, although we're not the most sexily distributed in Tampa, and that's no slight against, Woody or Bruce, but, between getting blown up by lightning on our transmitter issues to people just not knowing we're on AM 820, we our own hometown of Tampa, Florida, where, I am considered probably the all-time greatest radio personality. I'm not trying to be cocky. It's just, I'm so sorry.
True.
That's the truth.
Facts.
Yeah, the truth hurts sometimes.
Facts.
But you know that our competition listens. They do. They listen. And they know that I'm working on some stuff. There's a documentary being done. I don't own it. I'm just participating in it. Another company is doing it. They've interviewed me. They've interviewed a lot of people. They're in the process of putting some stuff together. But the competition has been very cocky and very arrogant. They're like, oh, it's never going to happen. We don't have to worry about being exposed. Bubba's been blabbing all this nonsense for years. It hasn't gotten any traction. We still got our jobs. And he's still Bubba. Oh, often you hear, that's just Bubba being Bubba. Because Cox versus or Hogan versus Cox never went to trial. They settled before deposition.
Jacob Senka, 10,100 bits.
Now, if you know anything about Legal 101, most companies only settle large amounts of money prior to the deposition phases. This is just Legal 101 when you don't want the information that's going to get out in the depositions out. So let me just tell you this. TNT, I think along with being distributed on Showtime and Hulu, they came out with a series called Rich and Shameless, and it came out. It was a 7-part.
FT Kansas City, 10,500.
Oh my God! Thank you. Pulling the nose up on September. So TNT in conjunction with Showtime and Hulu came up with a series called Rich and Shameless, and it went through various scandals that have happened over the years. And they opened up last February 19th with the first one of a 7-part series that said, and this sounds very familiar, doesn't it? Crime against Pam and Tommy. Director says the doc will settle the truth. Revenge porn is not a laughing matter. Doesn't that sound eerily similar?
Yeah.
Here's the trailer of that. This aired in February and is being distributed in various other places. It's on TNT, and they have already signed up for season 2. I will tell you that they've contacted me about my documentary being part of this, but we don't know that we're going to go this route. Here is the trailer for Pam and Tom, a crime against, again, most of the public never really knew about how the Pam and Tommy tape was disseminated. They only knew that that Tommy has a big enough penis to honk a horn with. Right? Yeah. But they didn't get into the logistics Doesn't that sound eerily familiar?
The Pam and Tommy Lee video created an industry.
What's that?
Can this be played?
Yes, it can.
Okay.
Two of the biggest celebrities of
That's the most skimpiest it gets, Blitz, is her in a bikini.
Perfect.
90s having sex.
This was a cultural change.
It left me speechless. The tape going viral ruined their relationship.
Let's go. The plan was just to take the safe. He had no idea there was a tape.
He said, we're going to blow that sucker open. We're going to make millions.
Doesn't that sound familiar?
There were very
Blitz, somebody steals a tape and they say, we're going to make millions.
Mm-hmm.
close ties to organized crime.
She felt completely violated.
He would be high-fived for what he did, and she would be looked down for what she did. There was a lot of slut-shaming.
I didn't do anything. I've never told this story. I think now's the right time.
TNT's new documentary series, Rich and Shameless. A new true crime story every week. Get a first look with The Crime Against Pam and Tommy. February 19th after All-Star Saturday night on TNT.
I mean, big streamers and big companies are buying this sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I have one that makes Pam and Tommy look like a popsicle stand. I'm very excited. And I hope that the people that are competition, so to speak, realize it's coming, buddy. I'm not doing a hashtag soon or all that nonsense. But when it sneaks up on you, it'll sneak up on you, kid. 20 minutes from now, we'll do an after show, and then at noon, a sports show with me, Coco, Babyface, and Lummy. You're going to run the board.
Really?
Thanks for letting me finish.
You've been listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show, starring
me, Bubba the Love Sponge,
operations manager and co-host Blitz K,
co-host and show historian Lummox,
co-host Anna Hummel,
co-host Dr. Dan Diaco Esquire of Council,
co-host J. Diaco Esquire, the Spitting Cobra of Council,
Brett, the Filthy Ginger video editor,
the BRN agent Thomas Buttoned Up B,
and for everything else, go to thebubbaarmy.com.
Now, time for the legal disclaimer.
Exactly.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this show without express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
Never actually
We must dissuade him of this delusion.
did something that was, No, and that's the thing. What do you consider? I might have crossed. No, I don't. I consider crossing the line. You and I could have as much beef as we want. We never.